All right, so by now you've been seeing videos and plans, maybe you have, maybe you haven't, on the Unistrut bike rack hangers. They're just a little bit more flexible than a standard hook into your ceiling. You can see I have like 9 bikes hung. This front one's, it's only hanging by one wheel because I'm going to show you how I put this together. But you know, a lot of these systems use these trolleys and they're like 20 bucks a wheel. I built 18 of these hooks, so that would have been cost prohibitive. The trolleys, of course, are the nicest option. I'm doing away with the trolley and using a metal slider. You can see that I can still move the bike back and forth. It's not the easiest thing. I wouldn't recommend it for every day, you know, like if you're moving these back and forth constantly, but for the occasional, hey, I need to move a bike out of the way to, you know, to create more room, it works. So let me show you how I built this. So what I did was I took the standard hook that you can buy at any home improvement store, and I took metal plates that you can see I chamfered it with the angle grinder. You can see it so that basically when you move the hook back and forth, the idea is that this way, back and forth this way, the idea is that it would smooth as you angle it, as you move it. I don't know if that works or not, but I didn't want to create any sticking points. So you can see it's the problem with these hooks is they're coarse threaded. You can buy finer threaded hooks. I did the cheap $2 route at the home improvement store, and I drilled these metal, I cut them down to size, and then I drilled these metal plates with a drill that would allow me to tap these holes to 5/16 narrow fine thread. So it's a national fine and NF thread, and that allowed me with a 5/16. It allowed me enough grip that where these hooks would hold. Now that's probably sufficient, but just to be extra safe, what I did was I found 5/16 fine threaded nuts and basically thread those on top, so it's like a safety. So it's double protection. You'll see the hook I kind of ground off the point, and the idea there is that it would allow it to not hit the bolts that hold on the Unistrut. They make Unistrut holders, but you can see I just took lag bolts and bolted them up through you know, inside the railing to try to keep cost. So I was able to do everything. I was able to get the metal from a metal supply shop. That's going to be a lot better than going to like a big box store. And they actually cut it to size, and they'll even drill and tap it depending on what you want. I didn't really know what I wanted, so you know, I did it myself, but it would have certainly saved time. It's nothing. It's like 50 cents a cut or 25 cents a cut or something. Definitely worth it unless you have the metal tools. The other thing I wanted to mention is these metal pieces are probably like 1.5 inches long. I think if I went longer, it would make them slide easier, because right now it allows them to kind of go at too much of an angle inside the track and hit. So let me see if I can get up close so you can kind of see it in action. So you'll see the hook here, and you see the metal hook here, how it sits in the track, and as I pull, you can see how it slides back and forth. You can see it kind of not as good as a trolley, but certainly, you know, you can make these for like, I don't know, 30 cents a piece versus 20 bucks for a trolley, you know, times 20. And I also, you know, this system's pretty strong. You'll see my gravel bike is being held by one. It's plenty strong enough. You know, if you're going to get the Unistrut, definitely invest in these end stoppers that you can buy them where you buy the Unistrut, and it prevents you from inadvertently sliding off the end like you see here. So your bike's gonna be not going off and hitting your cars. But anyway, I just wanted to give that as kind of a low-cost option that you might want to consider. It takes some fabbing, but it's definitely takes the cost of this rack down quite a bit. Thanks.